Hi everybody! So for today's activity, we are going to learn about another planet and make another one. So far we've learned about Mercury, we've made Venus, we've made Earth, we've made Mars, we've made Jupiter, but what comes after Jupiter? Let's draw it together. Now I personally am a big fan of this planet. I think it's pretty cool and it's pretty unique, because this special planet has something called rings. And not like the rings we wear, actually, it's funny, the rings that we wear on our fingers, those go around your finger, right? And this goes around the planet. And its ring is horizontal. Do you know what planet has horizontal rings? All right, it's, drum roll please, Saturn. It's Saturn. Now, I wrote it quickly, but let's spell it together. Saturn starts with a letter. Good. S. A. A. T. T. U. R, N. And Saturn's a gas planet. Saturn is so light, even though it's enormous. It's not the biggest, it's the second biggest. Jupiter's the first, Jupiter's the largest planet, and Saturn comes in second. And even though it's a really large planet, if you put it on top of water, it would float, because it's completely made out of gas, which is really interesting, huh? So what we're gonna do for our Saturn today, what you'll need, I'm going to use a pipe cleaner, and in my little baggie here, I have some beads. Those are going to be for the ring around Saturn. Now, all these beads are kind of like the ice and rocks that are what make the ring itself. So we're going to use that and use our imagination to pretend like it's that. And then I have a big circle I stenciled out for Saturn. And then, of course, my black piece of paper. And I have a rectangle at the top where we're going to write Saturn together. And of course, you'll need your glue and, safely, scissors. So let's begin. What do we always do first? Good. Write our name. So I'm going to write A-L-L-I-E. I'm going to give you an opportunity to write your name too. Good. So flip it over to the blank side. Now, if you need more time, just pause the video. No problem. All right. So let's start by writing Saturn together. So let's look at our letters. The first letter we need is S. And we can even start to sound it out, right? If we want to learn how to spell something, you can slowly break it down letter by letter. So S is what it starts with, which is our S. S. Good. A. A. And then T. T. Awesome. U. What's next? R. And then, last but not least, N. And Saturn. I love this marker because it's nice and big. Let's see the whole word. Good. Saturn. So, we wrote our Saturn. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out this circle. Now, remember, safely, wrist to the sky, thumb in the small hole, fingers in large, and we're going to cut around this circle. Take your time, no rush, no worries, right? We don't need to rush, because sometimes if we rush, we don't really look like we're trying our best. And we always want to try our best. But, make sure that you also have fun with it too, of course. So I'm going to cut around. See, I followed along. And I made the shape. Good, I made a circle. So go ahead and keep your scraps, right? We're gonna recycle them, keep our planet clean, right? We love our Earth. So I'm gonna put my Saturn here. Now, sometimes what I like to do, just to give it a different color and texture, I like to add chalk. And I'll draw side to side with my Saturn. And sometimes it makes your hands a little dirty, but it's really fun. And you can always clean it off. But what I'm gonna do for today is I'm just gonna glue it, because some people might not have chalk at home, and that's okay. If you don't, no worries. You don't have to add that. What you can do is use a marker, or maybe you can find something else that might give it a different texture. But I put my glue on my Saturn, and I'm going to press. Let's hold down and count, or excuse me, let's not count. Let's spell out Saturn while we do it. Hold down. S-A-T-U-R-N. Awesome. Now I'm going to take my pipe cleaner. I'm going to show you first. I glued my Saturn right here. And what I did too today is I kept my long paper, my black paper, I made it horizontal. Instead of vertical, which we do typically, I changed it up and I made it horizontal. Good. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and let's add those icy rocks to our pipe cleaner for a ring. Now, you can use whichever beads you want. I grabbed a bunch of different ones. Some of these are, hey, shaped like a heart, which was our shape of the week. And some are larger than others. Some are really teeny tiny. Some are even kind of translucent, which means like they're see-through, right? But you can put on whichever beads. If you want to make a pattern too, go for it. Like maybe you want to make yours yellow, blue, or maybe you want to make it all purple, just like kind of the theme, right? So I'm going to take my bead, right, in my hand, and I put it through the hole. And sometimes a bead might be a little tricky to get through, like if something maybe is blocking it or if it's too small, so you can always ask for help. But just try your best. I'm putting mine all different colors. So far I have yellow, pink, a yellow again, and green. Here's another yellow and a purple. Now you can either put it on the whole thing, you can spread them out, whatever you want to do. I'm putting them kind of all over the place, huh? Ooh, let's see what else I've got. What color is this bead? Hey, it matches my nails, huh? Whoa, and I dropped it. Silly me. But I'm going to pick it up because I want to take responsibility for its belongings. I'm going to put that. There you go. Ooh, this is a fun one. You see the color of this one? It's almost two different colors, huh? I like it. That's fun that they were able to make a bead with two different colors, huh? And if you need more time too, go ahead and pause the video, right? It's taking me a minute as well, right? Because sometimes things start super fast to be done, and that's okay too. Sometimes we want to just take our time because not everything is super quick and easy, and that's okay too. It's good to challenge yourself. I always want to make sure I challenge myself too. Okay, let's do this. Will be the last one. And then, ta-da! We've got our icy rings. Now here's a tricky part. You might need mom or dad or your guardian's help because what I want you to do is I took my edges and I folded them in. So it kind of looks like it would be a ring on Saturn. Now, it might be tricky to make it stay. So sometimes you might need to use something called hot glue, which you can ask your guardian to do for you because we want to make sure we're safe. Hot glue is it's necessarily for kids. But what I'm going to try to do is use my glue. Now, you can use your liquid glue or your glue stick, but I don't know if the glue stick will work as well, but let's give it a try. I have my glue stick here, and I'm going to take this part, the bent part, and put it on the side where I put my glue. I'm going to hold it down for a minute because sometimes it might take a minute. I'm going to press. And then I'm going to do the same to the other side. I'm going to take the part where I hooked it, and I'm going to put it on the side of my Saturn. I'm still holding this side down, but I'm going to try to put the glue right here too. Put a nice, good little amount. Take my hook, put it where I placed the glue, and I'm going to press. And what this is going to do is make it Saturn look like the rings are all around it. Gives it a three-dimensional look. Now I'm going to hold it and press Saturn, or spell Saturn. S-A-T-U-R-N. And then, perfect. Since the beads aren't too heavy, it's able to float. And that makes Saturn look like its rings are around it. Sweet. We did it. Yay. All right. Now, you know what our Saturn is missing all around it? Our stars. So let's go ahead and add our stars to that. Now, I'm going to take my stars. Ooh, I have some different fun ones today. What color is this one? Awesome. I'm going to glue my orange star. Let's put it here. And how about this one? Good. White. I'm going to glue that there. Another white star. That's two white stars. And then this one's kind of fun. I used a textured or a pattern paper. and look at the colors that it came out with. It's fun, huh? So I'm gonna use my little last bit of glue, press it down, and then, ta-da! We did it. I cannot wait to see your Saturns. Remember, try your best, have fun with it. It's always fun to learn about new things, and I'm excited to learn about the planets with you. All right, see you next time.